Hi, welcome to her net worth journey. My name is Caitlin, and you're following along as I attempt to reach $1 million net worth. Today we're talking about debt repayment and the two different methods that you can use towards paying off your debt. So in a previous video, I talked about how I use the debt snowball method to pay off $10,000 in credit card debt. So today we're going to use that $10,000 credit card debt as an example to go over the debt snowball versus debt avalanche method of debt repayment. So my $10,000 credit card debt was from 3 different credit cards. So my credit one was $375, my PayPal credit was $1,600, and my Visa credit card was $8,025. First, you want to figure out what your take-home income is per month. So my monthly take-home income is $2,600, and that's after taxes, medical insurance, and retirement. And so typically you want to be contributing anywhere from 10 to 30% of your take-home income towards your debt repayment when you're trying to pay off large amounts of debt. I know that's not always doable for everybody, so just make sure that you're figuring out what percentage of your monthly take-home income can be contributed towards your debt. For me, I chose 30%, and that ended up being around $780 each month. And so I was able to contribute $780 towards my debt repayment each month. And I'll break down the 2 different methods that I could use to break that $780 across the 3 payments. So for the debt snowball method, you want to be paying your lowest debt to your highest debt. So that would be my credit one credit card debt at $375, then my PayPal credit, and then my Visa credit card. And so if I use the debt snowball method with this debt, I would pay off the Visa credit card while contributing the minimum payments to my PayPal credit and my Visa credit card. Luckily, that credit one was only $375, so I was able to put a little bit extra of that $780 towards that PayPal credit. And then I continued to put the maximum towards my PayPal credit while paying the minimum on my Visa credit until my PayPal was paid off. Once my PayPal was paid off, I was able to put that entire $780 towards my Visa credit card. And this worked for me because I was able to see that immediate gratification of paying off the one credit card. That is the benefit of the snowball method, is that you do see immediate results of paying off of debt, because your smaller debt is going to be paid off pretty quickly versus potentially your highest debt, which might take a couple months to a couple years. So it's definitely immediate gratification with the debt snowball method, which I definitely prefer. But there are some cons because you could potentially be paying higher interest if your high interest card is your highest debt, because it's going to be sitting there gaining more interest. So that's definitely something to consider as well. The other option is the debt avalanche method, which is paying your highest interest debt to your lowest interest debt. So for me, that would have reversed it a little bit, and it would have had me paying my Visa credit card, then my PayPal credit, then my credit one, because my Visa was at a 32%, my PayPal credit was at a 29%, and my credit one was at a 24%. So it would have had me putting minimum payments on my PayPal credit and my credit one card while making around $700 payments toward my Visa credit each month until that was paid off. And then it would have me pay off my PayPal credit and then my credit one. Roughly, it would have been about the same amount of time for me for those 2 different methods. The debt snowball was around 14 months, and then the debt avalanche was like 14 to 16 months, depending on interest and how that factors in. It's definitely something that you want to plan ahead with. You want to make sure that you know your total and what each credit card interest rate and total remaining debt is, and make a plan. So I went ahead and I put a free downloadable debt repayment plan sheet in the description down below that you can use to help create your debt repayment plan. Definitely let me know in the comments how your debt repayment plan is going. I'd love to cheer you on and help you out in any way that I can. It's definitely something that you have to plan, and you have to see that end goal date. I had an end goal date of June 2021, and I was able to meet that date a little bit earlier, and I posted why in my $10,000 credit card debt repayment video, which is the video before this. So if you want to go and check that out, it'll definitely tell you how I paid off my debt a little bit early under a little bit of weird circumstances. But it's definitely something that you want to have that end goal date, because it's something that makes it achievable. So even if it's months or years from now, you can have that end goal date that you can use as a motivator. Knowing that end date is going to make it so much easier to keep contributing extra towards that debt and to keep putting extra money towards that. I don't recommend sacrificing things that you enjoy. That's not my method. I still went out to eat. I still bought things on Amazon. I still made purchases, but I made sure that I was still contributing that $780 minimum towards my debt repayment. So as long as you have that minimum amount that you need to be setting aside for debt repayment, it's okay to enjoy life and make memories and enjoy things that you like to do while still paying off your debt. You don't need to feel guilty about it. So it's definitely a different kind of mindset that you need to go into it, but it's definitely something that's achievable. Definitely comment your journey down below. I will be sending positive vibes your way, and I hope you're sending positive vibes my way. If you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification that will remind you that I post videos every Monday. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you find it really helpful. I can't wait to see you next Monday.